Hey adventurers, my name is Muzz, and I'm recording and documenting my walks and adventures through the Scottish mountains. This time I'm up in Perthshire with my brother Sam, and we are going to walk the Glen Lyon 4. Our walk will take in 4 Munros, walking in a clockwise direction starting from the Layby next to the River Lyon at Inverar. The Munros will be Carn Gorm, Meall Garbh, Carn Mairg, and finally Meall Aighean. The date is the 16th of November 2022 and the weather at base level is good. And as you'll see from the drone footage, the Scottish mountains are absolutely breathtaking at this time of year. I hope that you enjoy the video log and please let us know what you think in the comments below. So here we are, me and Sam, 4.5 k's into the Glen Lyon 4, and as you can see behind us, there's a lot of clag coming in. So we thought we'd do a little video before we get to the top of Carn Gorm, which is the first Munro, and it's probably going to be completely clagged in, but we'll see how it goes. So far it's been hasn't been too bad. I think the first 5 k's is the most brutal part. And then once we're onto the top of the ridge line, it's pretty plain sailing round from then on in, as long as we can see where we're going. Hey. Hey. The views looking down the Inverar burn with the sun rising over Anstouch were out of this world, and with the cloud inversion sitting low in the glen, must be as close to Scottish heaven as it's possible to get. After 2 hours of walking, we arrived at the windy summit of Carn Gorm at a height of 1,029 metres. With ice on the ground and the wind chill putting the temperature into minus figures, we stayed just long enough to put on a few extra layers, and we were lucky enough to get a picture of the Brockenspector before we pushed on to the second Munro, Meall Garbh, where we stopped for some lunch. The walk across to Carn Mairg was almost as rocky as the camera footage, and although it wasn't as windy as the summit of Carn Gorm, it was still cold enough to want to keep moving, so we only stayed long enough to grab a couple of selfies before moving on to the 4th and final Munro. Well, that's just to finish the 4 Munros of Glen Lyon along the tape. 20 k's, 7.5 hours roughly. So that was good, wasn't it? Brilliant! By the end of the day, we had clocked up 21 kilometres with a moving time of 5.5 hours. But with all the rest stops, our total time was more like 7.5 hours. The weather at the top could have been better, but the views that we got earlier on more than made up for it. I'll leave you now with the fly-through of our route. If you hung around to the end, that's amazing. And if you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe to the channel for more adventures in the Scottish Mountains.